Hey YouTubers, Starfire here. So I'm going to be doing the review for Supernatural right now, and I'm going to do this week's episode and last week's episode in the same video because I didn't get a chance to do last week's episode. I was really busy and I didn't have time, and so I got behind, and so yeah, I just finished rewatching Wednesday's episode, and I remember last week's for the most part. So yeah, I'm gonna do those right now, and then I'm gonna do Arrow because I also didn't do that review last week either. So I'm sorry if you guys were waiting for it and it wasn't up yet. I apologize. School has been really keeping me busy, and I'm having a hard time getting these done on time. So after this week, Raven should be back, and she should be able to do them with me again. So that'll help a lot. Anyway, yeah. So last week's Supernatural episode was good. We learned more about the girl and the fact that, like, as she consumes souls, she grows. And, like, in the mirror, she saw a grown woman, the same woman that Dean was talking to when he was inside the darkness. Yeah. So I'm wondering if, like, that's her grown up and we're just seeing her young, or if that's, like, just another woman that's, like, mentoring her, like her daughter or something. I don't really know for sure, but I thought that was interesting. It was also cool to see Rowena again. She was all trying to escape, and her disguise was funny. I like Dean's outfit, though, when he had that shirt on and the sunglasses. He looked like a surfer dude. But yeah, I'm trying to remember what else was going on. Just more about the darkness, and yeah. Last week's was mostly about the girl and, like, this coven of witches that Rowena had, and she was trying to, like, get them together again and stuff. Yeah, I feel bad. Shoot, I should have rewatched last week's episode before I did this. Darn it. Well, you're probably not going to hear very much from me about last week's episode. I'm sorry. But since I just finished watching Baby from this week, that's the one I'm going to talk about more. So yeah, Baby. Pretty much all from the perspective of the Impala. I liked it because it was one of those real kind of feel-good classic Supernatural episodes. They're dealing with, a monster, and, all the great music in it, like Night Moves by Bob Seger and The Guitar Man by Bread. I love that kind of music so much. It makes me so happy. And I know that most of the time these types of episodes don't really go with what's going on in the plot, but they actually, like, talked about the darkness, and they actually were dealing with a monster that was part of an army that was actually trying to fight the darkness as well because they were scared. And so it did kind of continue with what was already happening. It just didn't focus as much on, like, the girl and everything. It was more about, the car and Sam and Dean and everything. But it was still a great episode. It was one of my favorites so far in this season. And I know we're only on the 4th episode, but I think Baby is probably going to be one of my favorites. So Sam sees his dad when he's young, and he's driving the Impala, and he tells him that, the darkness is coming, and that Sam and Dean are the only ones that can stop it. And, of course, Sam is like, well, why are you talking to me? Who are you? Like, you're not my father and stuff. And he thinks he's God or something, and because he knows all this information. And so he tells Dean about it, and when he's telling Dean about it, he also happens to mention that he was infected, which he had failed to tell Dean until that exact moment. So Dean was a little pissed about that. I can imagine. I mean, I would be too. He's always keeping stuff from Dean, and it's not fair to him because he does so much for him. I mean, I know they would both do anything for each other, but I feel like Sam needs to be more honest with him. I know that he doesn't want him to know because he wants to try to fix it on his own, and I can understand that, but at the same time, if it's going to endanger them or, people they know, he needs to tell him. So basically, Dean was like, I don't know what this is, but, we're not going to need any help from other people. We're going to do this on our own. Not other people, but like God and things like that. And so, yeah. And I don't know. I really liked that episode. I thought it was really, really awesome. It made me think of like all the other Supernatural episodes where they like were in the car and they were having a good time and listening to music, and Dean was trying to get Sam to live a little and have some fun, and so he put on night moves and was trying to get him to sing, and like I loved it. And then, of course, like, Cass, he's like, what's a Netflix? And then he calls him again, and he's confused by Orange is the New Black, and I think it's hilarious. But yeah. I'm glad that he's helping them, like, find the lore on these creatures and stuff, and that they figured out what the creature was. It's called I don't even remember how to say it. But yeah. Sorry. Those people were like mean, man. He cut off its head and it was still alive. Like, it's like he's a human cockroach or something. But yeah, and I liked that it was just focused on the boys, too. I mean, I know there was, like, a monster thing, and there was all that going on, and they had to deal with that. But, like, just the car, and the boys, and, like, the music, and everything. It's very nostalgic of early Supernatural. So, I really liked that about it. I like that Dean is actually, like, he was telling Sam all that stuff. He's like, that's not even in the Bible, where he's like, or, in the vision, their dad had said, God helps those who help themselves. I mean, yeah, it's a saying, and it's used a lot, but, it's a proverb, like an ancient proverb. I mean, there's probably a little bit of truth to that. I don't know. But, yeah, I mean, he's going to help you. He's going to be there. Like, I know that they don't feel that way. At least Dean doesn't. And, of course, Sam prayed because he was trying to make sense of all of it and trying to get some answers and just wanted help and to know that there was hope. And there's always hope. But, yeah, I don't know. I feel like Dean is just kind of like, I'm done with all the BS. We're gonna freaking, you know, deal with this darkness as a team. We're gonna do this. Like, you need to be honest with me. You need to do all this stuff. Like, he didn't say that in like, straight out say that. But, like, just his actions and the way that he's doing things now, I feel like he's a lot more independent. I mean, of course, he's always going to do stuff for Sam, because Sam's his brother. He's the only family he has left. Like, you know, of course. But, like, I also feel like he's kind of getting through to Sam that, you know, while we're in this together, you need to just, like, know that I'm okay. And you need to stop trying to save me. I don't know if that makes any sense. But I really like how Dean is. I've always liked Dean, though. Dean is, like, the best freaking character on this show. Of the two brothers, he is the best. I like Dean. I like Cass. I like Bobby. I like other people. But Dean is, like, the number one. And I like when he was when Sam was telling him, you know, what the girl said when he tried to get her number. And Dean's like, we've got tonight, who needs tomorrow? He's like, is everything above Seeger song to you? And he's like, yeah. And I'm all, yes, I feel you, man. I love old music. It's the best. But yeah, like, I feel like he's kind of going back to, like, the way they were doing things before. He's kind of, you know, the way that they hunted in the past. And it's not, like, so much killing. It's, like, you know, trying to get answers, figure out what it is, like, that type of stuff. So, I don't know what else I want to say. Yeah. Poor baby, though. That car went through so much in this episode. Like, blood splattered on the window, the back window broken, shot at, fender bent, like, everything. It went through so much. And it still started. That's an amazing car. So yeah, I don't really have much else to say about it. I thought it was an awesome episode, my favorite so far of the season. If you guys feel the same way, like, say so in the comments. Feel free to add anything if I didn't say what you wanted to hear. Ask questions. Just comment. Like, we so appreciate the comments. And we want to try to start a Facebook page at some point. I don't know when that will happen, but we want to try to start one. So if you guys think that that's a good idea and you want us to do that, just let us know. That would be great. You can either let us know in the comments on here, or you can let us know on Twitter, on our Twitter page that we have. The name is Spoils, and the name for it is at Ravestar Spoils. It should come up if you type in Spoils, though. So, yeah, it's a picture of Raven and Starfire for the profile picture. So yeah, if you guys, like, think that's a good idea, want us to do that, just let us know. Because, I mean, we'll probably still start one regardless of if we get any input about it. But, it would be really appreciated if you would let us know, because we do these videos for you guys, and, you know, if you don't want us to do one, then we won't, but we just need to know, because we're not really getting a lot of people on Twitter that are, like, tweeting us or anything like that. And I mean, I know that we need to be more active, at least I do, and so Facebook is a great way to, like, for everybody to have discussions and to like the page and for us to post our videos, and, you know, it can be kind of focused more on a specific show and things like that. So, and I mean, I know more people probably have Facebook than they do Twitter, and not everybody has YouTube, so they can't comment. So, I mean, this will make things a little bit easier, I think, because that way people can like watch the videos and they can comment on Facebook if they don't have YouTube or something. So, yeah, it'll be nice. But I want to know what you guys think. So, yeah, that's something that we're thinking about doing. And, yeah, like, I'm glad that you guys are watching our videos and continue to watch them and comment. I know that you guys like our Supernatural reviews. I mean, before this season, they were pretty popular. So I think right now our most popular are Once Upon a Time, but I think Supernatural is kind of up there with like The Flash and stuff, as in the most amount of views on our videos. Anyway, yeah, the episode was great. I'm sure that a lot of other people liked it as well that are big Supernatural fans. If you did, then that's awesome, because I feel like it was kind of a throwback to the early days, and that's always nice. So, yeah. All right. I'm just going to keep trying to bring up stuff to talk about because I don't know what else to say if I continue. So, yeah, thank you for watching. Continue to subscribe, comment, all that jazz. Until next time, carry on, my wayward son.